Welcome to the Successful Dancing Podcast. This is the place where you'll find helpful information on how to become successful with your dance career. In this episode, I'm going to be chatting it up with my buddy Phi Nguyen. Phi is an OG member of the legendary Jabbawockeez crew. If you're in Las Vegas, be sure to check out their latest show. Today, we're going to be discussing what it truly means to be successful with your dance business and what it takes to get there. So how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, bro?
I'm pretty good. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing, what I've been up to, and then I want to ask you what you've been up to, you know?
Yeah, of course.
You and I both know, we've been doing this for like over 10 years, and like I figured you'd be like one of the best people to talk about this because like nobody's really talking about this kind of stuff, you know? Everybody's always like, well, let's get better at dancing. Let's form a dance crew, but then they don't really know where to go after that, you know?
Right.
It's like, let's get on TV. Okay, cool. Now what? You know?
Yeah. No, totally.
So that's the conversation that I've been trying to have with like all my dance friends, and everybody's kind of agreeing, and they're like saying, yeah, you know what? How come nobody's talking about this? Nobody's actually teaching this stuff, or Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't understand. Maybe it's just maybe it's a generation thing. Maybe it's because social media and the way
possibly.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why people aren't talking about it. It's a good platform.
Let's talk about it. So
yeah, man, fire it off.
One of the things that I want to cover is like, what's the definition of success? What defines success as a dance business?
I mean, success is that's subjective. To me, what I think is successful is just longevity, man. This dance game is not an old man sport, especially this hip hop thing. It's a young guy sport. Like most of these crew leaders are, even back in like the 80s, like Rocksteady and stuff. Like Legs was like 16, 17 years old. It's a young man sport, but nowadays you can have longevity in it. As long as you know what you want. And so far, my crew started in 2003. Mm-hmm. Jabbawockeez started in 2003, and it's now 2018, so we're still going, man.
Bro, that's amazing, man. That's 15 years, bro.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Being at 15 years as a dance crew, that's still relevant, is very humbling. So to me, is that's a pretty successful mark. And at the rate that we're going, we're hoping to hit the 20-year mark, and we're hoping to just be the next, I hope,
dude, you guys
pass on our legacy for the next, 80 years, 100 years,
Heck so. Yeah, dude. You know what? You know what the crazy thing is? You guys would be the first dance crew business, right? That's mm-hmm. what I'm calling it, dance crew business.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of dance companies, that kind of do shows and stuff, but dance crews, like you guys would be the first ones to do it for 20 years. Like how crazy is that,
Yeah, man, it's humbling, dude. It's humbling to think that, but it's cool. It's cool to know that we might be the first ones, but within those 20 years, we're not the only ones. And it's just cool to see how dance grown, especially in our realm, especially hip hop, like just urban styles of dance, like hip hop to lock in and pop in, and you want to get specific, but just the urban community of dance is just huge with events like Battle of the Year and Red Bull BC1 and World of Dance and
mm-hmm.
you name it, man. It's cool. So it's cool to have our name within those realms.
You guys are definitely one of the groups that I personally look up to in terms of success, like what it means to be a successful dance group. Mm-hmm. And like you guys have been setting the standards, like everybody.
Thanks, man.
Well, in my eyes, everybody's looking up to you guys. Like, well, how are they getting there? It's like that's what everybody wants to know. Like how did you guys come from America's Best Dance Crew to a show in Vegas and still killing it, traveling the world after 15 years? Like that's nuts.
I don't know, man. I think ultimately, to answer your question, about success like that, we stayed together. There's certain crew members that might not be in it anymore, but overall, collectively, the original members are still together.
Sick.
And I think that's what's, you got to stick together, man. You know, you got to stick together if you're really in this. If you're really about this crew life, like it's more than just a crew. You know, like we use the word crew, and I'm a little bit older, so you know, like I come from a generation where being in a crew was more than just dancing too. You know, like that these are your dudes that you break bread with and you eat with at your last dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
These are your brothers. You know, so it's important to stay together and not let. You know, because along the way, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of money involved. There's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I know exactly what that's about, bro. Like we've pretty much gone through like very similar, obstacles, I would say, challenges, like within the crew, like dynamics, like people disagreeing and like,
of course,
it's all just a part of business, like that's just how it is. Like the crazy thing to me is like, even though it's a dance crew, that term crew and like that whole family vibe and sticking together, it's like, it's a skill, it's like a skill that everybody's got to learn, like how to work together. And it's very, very similar to a business. And
of course,
that's what it is. And when you recognize that, and it's like, well, we can actually take this to like the next level. Like if we all stick together and we all like are on the same page,
completely, man. And I think with us, like we humbled ourselves and we just kind of knew what position everybody played, and just accepted it, like as opposed to trying to be the one guy.
Yep.
If you're gonna be the one guy, like just man, forget dance. Let's just not even talk about dance, bro. Like you got to be crazy to think that Obama or I mean, I guess unfortunately our president Trump right now. I don't mean to get too political, but you got to be crazy to think that he's just one person that runs this country. He has people that helps him. He has advisors that help him to keep the country balanced. It's called checks and balances, So if you want to apply that to a company or a business, you can't be the one guy, dude. Like you can't be a leader that takes your platoon into war and not trust your men to fight with you. That's the whole point. If you're gonna be the one dude, your platoon might die, man. You gotta lead from the front and the back. So I think what helped us as a business, because we never thought this was gonna be a business. We're a crew, man. My hip hop side, my younger days was like, man, we're selling out. We're a business now. We're not even a crew no more. But as I get older, I'm like, man, I'm blessed and humble enough to think that it became a business. We still want to preserve that, but we still have in order to run our business, we still incorporate the crew culture, like the crew mentality. Even though it is a business, you got to trust each other. And I think for the 5 OGs in the crew that. We're also the business owners of this whole mask thing. We just trust each other, man. And there's times we even trust each other to fail. You gotta let the homie fail. You can't just. How else are you gonna learn? So we trust each other enough to where it's like we trust you to even fail because it's not even failing. We know that you'll learn from your mistakes.
Dude, that's super inspiring, man. Like I'm glad you're talking about that because like it makes me feel like. There's a sense of purpose, it's more about than just a crew. It's more than just a business. It's that sense of belonging together,
Yes.
It's that glue that binds everybody together. And that's the thing that I feel like is super necessary if you want longevity,
Of course.
You got to have that same passion and everybody's got to really, really work for it and not be afraid of failing because like, you can't point fingers at each other. You can't be criticizing each other. Like you got to let them do it and learn from it. I think that's a good point that you're making.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, obviously as a human being, I want to be critiqued, if I'm doing something that could be done better, or that could help me do things better. I would love to hear it, and I think that's a part of, and I speak on behalf of my crew. That's a part of us, being able to work for so long. I mean, we've been in Vegas for 8 years now, man. Like,
dude, that's sick.
I sneezed and all of a sudden I open my eyes and it's like, holy shit, 8 years later, it's crazy. And there's no signs of us, I mean, we can be out here as long as we want. So, and it's bigger than dance, man. It's bigger than we really are trying to put this hip hop game and this dance game
Sick.
to the masses out here in the entertainment capital of the world. So that's why it's important for us to stay together, because it's bigger than Jabbawockeez. It's bigger than the mask. It's a whole community that has always been kind of put on the back burner. I feel like, and with shows like WAD and with shows like that, it's kind of putting dance in the forefront, but there's still like celebrity judges, like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, because like to piggyback off of that concept of like we're always in the back burner kind of position, and like I realize that it's because dancers that want to take it somewhere serious, like they don't know who to turn to, they don't know where to learn the business side of it, like the more seriously they take it, the more the dance is going to be respected as, hey, like they're actually making bank, like they're going somewhere with it. There's got to be more people pushing it, in terms of the business side, because I think that's where the knowledge is like lacking. It's like nobody knows how to go forward. Once you get good at dancing, it's like now they're stuck. They don't know really where to take it. And most of the time it's luck that takes you there, It's like, well, I don't want to say it's luck because I don't really believe in luck. It's the
I know what you mean, though.
You know
Sometimes
what I mean?
it's just like at the right place at the right time type of deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
I get you. I'm not a big fan of luck, I guess, but I know exactly what you mean.
It's like chances, like taking chances and like increasing your probability of success by going out there, auditioning, whatever you need to do to make it. But most people are like, they're just afraid to even make that commitment because they don't know if it's going to take them anywhere. But you'll never know unless you try, right?
I mean, I've been saying this since I can remember, man. Like the biggest risk is not taking a risk at all, and so some people can be in their comfort zone and post their little videos on their freestyles and just kind of be there, or or break out of your comfort zone and try other things, and learn from it. Like, know that you're not gonna be dope at everything you do. Like, you got to work for it.
Exactly.
Talent can only take you so far. I think there's some people that got more talent in their one pinky than the 25 years that I've been dancing. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't know how to channel it, and it's sad. It's just like, dang, man. Like, I've worked for 25 years. Here you are sitting here at 15 years old, and you have so much talent in your one finger, man. Then all the years that I've worked for, and you don't know how to channel it. So, but it's taking that risk, and with those risks, people call them L's, as in like losses, but it's a lesson. Some people take it as a loss. I take it as a lesson. It's like, okay, I might not have gotten what I expected out of it, but if you're objective and you sit out and not get too emotional in what happens, kind of look at it and be like, man, there's a lesson. Maybe I shouldn't do that no more. I know the stove is hot, so I ain't gonna touch that junk no more. So, and we've learned a lot. We're still learning till this day, man.
That's like a part of the journey, man. That's growth. It's always about growth. That's the thing that people don't get. It's like people think that, hey, we're up here already, we're successful, but it's like, no, to us, it's like, no, we're still going. We're not even halfway yet. That's what it feels like. But to everybody else, it's like, bro, how do I even get to where you're at? It's like everybody's so like far behind in terms of like where they want to go with their careers that it's like, bro, we need to help these people out. We got to get our community going, because that's the only way I see that like our community is going to be taken seriously, especially in hip hop, because like, ballet's killing it, contemporary is killing it. Like they're already made a name for themselves in America, at least, right? But like,
right.
Hip hop, it's like, it's still seen as like backup dancing for artists, Right. It's nobody has like headlined as like, dude, this is sellout stadium show for hip hop only. You know what I mean? Like, it hasn't been done yet. It's
been done to a level, I would say, but not to like these big tours that that J-Lo has, or that like, I'm big on fighting for the little guys, and I feel like the dance community and the entertainment, in the world of entertainment, I feel like dancers are the little guys, but that's why it's bigger than being on a TV show. It's bigger than the Jabbawockeez. It's bigger than all that. Like, for us to have our own show and headlining our own show in Las Vegas is huge for for again, it's huge for the dance community, you know, bigger than the mask. So that's why it's to us important to stay together as a crew and keep this going, you know. And if we're the crew that can open up doors for other crews to have shows out here in Vegas, then we would love to do that, man. And that's the whole goal.
Dude, sick. Going off of like the Vegas stuff, like that's one, you know, hallmark of you guys' success. Like, what's next?
I mean, we ultimately want to set up more Vegases, if that makes sense. There's possibility for Asia and set up shops in different countries and not necessarily tour. We don't mind the touring, you know, but I'm not getting any younger, and it's time for the new generation kind of to come in, and that's what we've been working on is the new Jabbawockeez that we've been kind of like molding and stuff.
Heck yeah.
And just keep the legacy going, man. So I mean, we have here in Nevada, we got the Vegas show. There's possibilities of Japan. And then we're on our 4th year now doing the Halloween Horror Nights with Universal Studios.
Sick.
We're going to be in pre-production coming up this summer. So the goal is just to kind of, we want to be like the hip hop Blue Man Group in a sense, like where we have shows everywhere running, man, and to provide job opportunities for upcoming dancers that are hungry and that want to perform. I remember my first job at 19 in LA was dancing at a bar mitzvah, bro. And I'm now 36 years old, and I'm hiring these young dancers to dance, and their first gig ever at 19 is dancing in the Jabbawockeez show in Las Vegas.
Whoa, you're creating jobs, bro. You're creating community, man. That's so sick.
And that's again, it's bigger than dance, you know. It's bigger than Jabbawockeez. And if we're in the business to create more job opportunities for upcoming dancers, then I'm all about it. And that's where we're moving to next. And you know, personally, we all kind of have our own thing too. So like, I'm out teaching a lot more and just colliding with the community, directing and choreographing for other TV shows and just doing my own projects. And yeah, it might be like a fee gig, but I'm ultimately still representing my crew, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, you know, like when I went to China and worked on a TV show out there, and it was just a fee gig, but I'm there to represent as a Jabbawockeez and all the years that we have in putting shows together and all that stuff. So personally, individually, we're all kind of doing that. Phil's working with Bruno Mars. So we just got all these different facets of the business, but our main goal collectively as the Jabbawockeez is just to set up shop in different countries and provide job opportunities around the world, man, other than just Vegas.
Yeah, so, well, congratulations on your successes, man. I'm so glad that you're doing something like this for people, because it's only, you know, it's only pushing us forward, and that's what it's all about, you know.
Completely.
Making sure everybody wins. It's great that you're not afraid to like share your stories and your insights, because like this is the stuff that will really help people grow, you know, like just us talking about it, like sharing this with the community. It's pretty sick if you think about it, you know.
Thanks, man. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, bro. This is cool. I definitely don't hear these kind of conversations. When it comes to dance, I more so see videos and stuff like that, which is always dope, because there's a lot of dope dancers out there. But you know, there is a shelf life for dancers, you know, like especially in the industry, you know, like when you hit 30 in LA, that's old. You know what I'm saying? That's an older dancer. So I want to break that mold where it, you know, you can still be in your mid 30s or mid 40s, and you can still be popping Pete and killing it and directing and choreographing and doing it for younger artists and doing stuff like that. So
okay, well, I just want to close it out with like a big thanks for doing everything that you guys are doing for the community. Like I just want you guys to know that like you guys are doing a good thing, and to keep pushing, man, because I know that it's hard being where you're at, because you're probably not, you know, having these conversations where it kind of motivates you, because like everybody else is like just looking up to you guys as like, you know, the Jabbawockeez, but like you got to have your peers kind of support you too, you know, like the people that are also trying to get to where you guys are going. Like we all got to help each other, you know.
I want to shout you out for giving me the platform to even talk about this, and your crew, man, Poriotics, bro. Like you guys are doing it too, man. You guys are also contributing and pushing forward this culture of ours, this hip hop culture and the dance community. So, for you guys, and you guys second season, right?
Yeah, we're on the second season of World of Dance, bro.
Just at the fact that you guys are even on it, bro, is dope, and you're repping our culture again, bro. And I'm proud to say that we're friends and we're brothers in this dance community, man. So, shout out to Poriotics, dude. You guys are really
appreciate
doing it, and it's just dope to see. It's just dope to see dope talent up there, and to see my Asian brothers up there ripping too, man. It's just dope.
Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, like super duper appreciate it. Like I can't tell you how much fun I had just having this conversation with you.
Right on.
Like
you guys are doing it too. Keep doing it, bro. Because I see the Miniotics and your younger generation. It's just like it really puts a smile on my heart, bro. It's just dope to see. It's dope because I know where you guys came from too. And I'm a fan of Poriotics. I'm a fan of individual dancers in Poriotics. So it's like to see where you guys come from and to see you guys. I mean, we're inspired too. Why do you think we're starting like our younger generation, Jabbawockeez?
Dude,
so
man.
It's just dope to see you guys growing and contributing to the culture, bro. And I'm excited to see you guys rip this TV show.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope you're having a good time out there in Vegas. Like, I really want to catch up with you soon, and maybe we could do this again because like we got to continue this story. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty dope. Like,
I'm down, bro. I'm down.
It.
Maybe just let me know. I'm wherever I'm at, I'm down to hop on and spit whatever knowledge I have.
All right, well,
even though I'm still learning.
Sick. Well,
Come on, you, huh?
Yeah, thanks, bro. If you guys want to check out more Jabbawockeez stuff, tell them where to go, Phi.
Just go to our website, jabbawockeez.com, jbwkz.com, or just follow us on our Instagram at Jabbawockeez. And follow and through that you can find the individual members and you can follow us individually too.
There you have it, guys. That's Phi from Jabbawockeez, just here talking about his thing, doing his thing and repping. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Right on, man. You have a good Saturday, brother.
Yeah, you too. All right.
Cool. Right on.
Peace
out.
Hello, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to subscribe to my email blog at successfuldancing.com, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at can.poriotics. That's CAN, like yes you can, .poriotics. See you next time. Peace.